He'll get set to face 6, 7, and 8. Andrew Mark will lead things off. So some really good work from Heitor Tokar, and his day has come to a close.
Yeah, I believe there's a couple limitations there, obviously, for Tokar, because he is some thump there in that lineup early on. He just shut him down.
2 outs and the base is empty to kick off that inning. 2-run homer by the former big leaguer Tim Lopes. Put his team in front by 3, and Mark has gone on strikes. That is the
NAKAOSHI pitching in Japan. Now representing Brazil. You mentioned born in Sao Paulo in New Zealand. And one of the big things, and talking to Ryan Flynn, who was so instrumental in building the baseball program qualifier, but one of their biggest challenges is getting some of this talent to cross over from softball to say, look, baseball, that's where the future is. This is where you can make some serious money. You can play college baseball.
Even Australia, Aaron Whitefield, who's a prospect now in the Minnesota Twins organization, a converted softballer.
New Zealand heritage. Both his parents being from New Zealand. But a lot of these countries, even guys from Brazil, especially New Zealand, in that southern hemisphere.
New arm into the game for Brazil as we continue in this bottom half of the 5th inning with a tying run coming to the plate in the person of Melvin Novoa, who gave Nicaragua its only run of the game back in the 3rd. The left-hander, Oscar NAKAOSHI, who takes over on the mound, a former NPB pitcher. First pitch on the way to Melvin Novoa, may get the job done. Bouncing ball, 6-4-3, 1 pitch, and NAKAOSHI gets his team out of the 5th. The double play ends things, and we head to the 6th. Brazil with the lead, 3-1 over Nicaragua. That's all. And as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, it'll be the top third of the order to see if they can get something started against Oscar NAKAOSHI.
Who are you going to stack up here in the 6th, 7th, 8th inning to get you through this and come out with a win?
Bouncing ball over to 3rd, 1 up, 1 down.
Just been shut down ever since.
First pitch grooved in there, a strike. Alegria 0 for 2, ground out in the 1st inning, strikeout swinging to end the 3rd. NAKAOSHI, as Ryan noted last inning, spent some time with the Hiroshima Carp in Japan. Lights out passionate fan base. I mean, everybody in Japan across Nippon professional baseball, all the fan bases are great.
You're joining the choir.
0-2 fouled away. Around the world, Korea, Taiwan, place where you played. Alegria, 1-2 count. Staying alive again.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, you mentioned it tonight. I'm excited for this Panama game tonight.
Another bouncing ball foul.
The man who I struck out just then.
Who was that?
That was Nori Aoki. Now,
okay.
And I struck him out. He looked at me like, oh man, this is shameful. Of all places, come to life, be a baseball town all of a sudden.
2-2 pitch. Fly ball into center. Maciel, 2 gone. And so much to ignite the interest in international baseball among casual fans. I mean, the
Australians were going to react, but the non-baseball fan. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We didn't attempt to do it.
We didn't try, but I feel like we get there.
I think we got bailed out by the end of the inning.
We did.
Like,
I think you're right.
I'm good. Baseball country.
Yeah, it was a very good topic. 1-2 is line foul. You know, the growth of baseball in France, and he said, well, they're building this brand new gorgeous stadium for the Olympics, and word has it that it would be able to host baseball. Maybe we're going to see baseball in Paris at some point soon, which would be very cool.
Converted it. Wasn't worthy enough to stay at baseball stadium, and it was disappointing. I was hoping that was going to stick around.
United States roster, he was really the hero. Tommy Lasorda, the manager, of course. 2-2, lifted foul down the left field line. Never be able to play. 2-2. Fouled away again. Constructed as a baseball stadium, and one that was in Panama. 8:05 our scheduled first pitch time for that. First pitch swinging after the light delay, and an out recorded as Elmer Reyes lines one out. The 7th inning, Chester Cuthbert will lead things off. And takes a first pitch strike from Oscar NAKAOSHI. So you can change that in your at-home scorebook if you were so inclined. Foul ball makes it 0-2. 1 walk handed out by this pitching staff. Just 3 hits allowed, 1 run on the solo.
That's been the biggest difference.
Swing and a miss on 1-2, and down goes Cuthbert. This Nicaragua offense has just looked listless today. They got the homer, that's been all.
Yeah, this doesn't help. No, this doesn't hurt either. That big back foot slider as well.
First pitch there for a called strike to Luis Monte Alto, the right fielder.
The coaching staff kept saying, hey, listen, you got to hang out with Cliff Lee more. You got to hear how he does it. You know, he won the Cy Young, and he was just dealing, pitching the World Series in 2008. Ball 1, ball 2, I get shelled. I'm like, come on. There's got to be more to it than that, buddy. In those counts, non-stop. That's why I had so much success.
Advantageous counts.
Oh, yeah. So many major league organizations, they're so big on...
Here is a 1-2. And Cuthbert pounds it out to third. Reginato to first, 2 gone. And that'll bring up Isaac Bernard.
It's that breaking ball again, below the strike zone. Plenty of time for Reginato to make that play.
Same story, at least to this point.
That good chemistry inside the dugout. All these little factors you think about.
There's a swing and a drive down the left field line, and that's off the top of the wall, but it clanks right back to Tim Lopes, and that will hold Bermudez to a 322-foot single.
And by far the longest single, probably the highest exit velo, the single we have seen. But this is more than a single too. It just gives that little bit of a extra lift to your dugout. You come in, pinch hit situation, jump all over the pitch, second pitch of the at-bat.
You still got 7 outs to work with, and you're only down 3 in this game. With a 2-out rally perhaps brewing here in the 7th. 1-0 pitch high, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0. There
Good
for
pitch.
A called strike. 2-1 on the way. Britton swings and taps it foul.
The fastball right here. Got to sit something off speed.
2-2, grounded to third. Reginato will go the short route to second, and that retires the side. The 2-out single goes nowhere, and as we head to the 8th, Brazil hanging on to a 3-run lead over Nicaragua. Left-hander Oscar NAKAOSHI is the latest arm into the game for Brazil, as
2 outs when Nicaragua had some serious momentum.
yeah, trusting that to a 20-year-old. 4 innings in this game. A swing and a miss to make it 0-2 against Isaac Bernard. He was stranded aboard at third base in that inning as Nicaragua. Here comes a 1-2. These fans don't really know what to do as of yet. 2-2. In the 4th to cut this to a 1-run game. 2-2 pitch on the way to Bernard. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one, NAKAOSHI ready. 3-2. On the infield. Leonardo Reginato making the call and the catch. 13 of the last 14. And first pitch swinging. A fly ball to shallow left field. And nobody makes the call or the catch. And Luis Monte Alto is safe at second. What on earth?
I mean, this ball was hanging up there for a long time, and those looks towards each other like, okay, who's got it, who's got it? And you can see right here, Marcial has got way too far to run. This is a situation Tim Lopes has to take control and catch that ball.
Yeah, Tim Lopes looked to be there in way more than enough time.
He's animated because he does have this 2-1 lead. He's starting to get some of that energy in the dugout. But you think to yourself, first of all, Nicaragua haven't had a hit if you're going to get that World Baseball Classic based on things that you didn't do well. And that's a big, big part of this 7th inning right now.
Since the RBI double by Dwight Britton all the way back in the top of the 1st. A foul at the plate there.
There's no way I should be pitching with a runner on second right now.
If you're tonight's visiting team. And that one comes in tight, and it hits Brandon Layton. The 3rd hit batsman of the night combined, and that continues to be a major theme, and it's 1st and 2nd with nobody out.
This is a pretty good pitch, too, in and half of the plate. See how much that elbow is over the dish. Just taking off the elbow guard. He'll take that all day, especially when you're innings away from qualifying.
Alegria already squares. Here comes the pitch. And the bunt is a good one. A perfect one over to third. And the sacrifice successful. It's second and third with one out. What a massive moment coming up here. And they are going to intentionally walk Cheslor Cuthbert. Not wanting to deal with him. They'll go to work against Elmer Reyes. So it loads the bases with one out. NAKAOSHI in a one-out jam. And a little slow roller that will spin foul. No balls and a strike. 0-1 on the way to. And a bouncing ball out towards second. It's at the bag for one, and it's not in time, and the run scores. An insurance tally crosses for Nicaragua, and it is a 3-1 lead in the seventh.
Well, he got that weak contact, just too slow of a roller and just too much speed from Reyes up the line.
So with two gone, it'll be first and third, and a run home in this inning. And some great hustle by your cleanup hitter and your second baseman, Elmer Reyes, to beat it out. That is a clear, safe call, and it's confirmed on the field by tonight's home plate umpire, Anthony Perez. First and check over on Reyes. Since then, a ground out to short and a foul out to first. And he bounces this one over to third. A tough play. The throw to second is in time to get the lead runner, Reyes. That's a nice job by Leonardo Reginato on a difficult bouncing. They were enjoying the evening. They celebrated with the Federation president today at a team lunch. Heading yet as Dwight Britton leads things off. And lines one left side. It's actually Melvin Navoa. And that one will get past Tim Lopes out and left. Extra bases for Navoa, who steams his way into second, a leadoff double in the eighth.
Man, that ball was scorched. No chance Tim Lopes could cut that ball off. You can see the water coming off the grass too, as that trickled into the outfield. Nicaragua back in business.
These bats starting to come alive again. Back-to-back leadoff doubles